Hey everyone, welcome to my Rimworld Let's Play. I don't know how long this playthrough will go on for, but we'll just see what happens. So I'm gonna click New Colony here. We're gonna go with the crash. So there's different scenarios you can choose from. So you have Crash Landed, Lost Tribe. I'm just gonna go with the basic one. This is mostly what I do. So you start with 3 survivors. You have a decent chunk of technology already researched, and you have some good things that you start off with. Let's get next. There's there's 3 different storytellers. You have classic, you have Phoebe Chillax, and you have Randy Random. This guy should be kind of obvious. I'm gonna go with the classic difficulty. From what I understand, the difficulty is based off of how much wealth you have in the colony. So if you have a lot of wealth, the probability that you will be rated will get higher and higher and higher. I think with random, that doesn't really apply so much. Events just happen randomly. With classic, it tries to create a challenging story, and with Phoebe Chillax, it's the opposite. Yeah. So I'm going to play on Strive to Survive. I played around 80 hours in the game so far. So I guess I would be a part of this category, experienced players who want a rough story. So I'm gonna click on that. Yeah, you can only save and quit the game. So I'm gonna click on commitment mode. So that means you just can't save whenever you want, and you can't really save scum as often. So I'm gonna click next. This is all fine to me. I'm just gonna click generate. I have a multiplayer mod, so it's not technically it's not really vanilla, but I mean it does the multiplayer stuff really doesn't change the game. I had multiplayer mod installed whenever I was playing with a friend, so okay. So where do we want to start? So normally before I've started in a lot of these wooded areas, so temperate forests. I kind of want to change things up this time around. Could start the tundra. I kind of want to start on the ice sheet. This is, yeah, sea ice. Probably start like right here, just right on the coast. We have a hostile faction located pretty next to us. Probably start on this island, I think. Because that'd be interesting, because if you want to have a convoy anywhere, like we have no trading partners whatsoever. And we don't really have any sort of... like the ice sheet is very difficult to start off on. So we can click... not sure how you do that. That might be a mod. So I think there is a way to like inspect like the map that you're actually gonna play on, but we can change the stuff here. Doesn't really matter. We can change the factions or look at the factions. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start here. This is one of the rougher starts to the game because you don't really have access to like a recurring food supply. So like if I picked the temperate forest, like down here, I would have access to like berries and stuff like that I could forage for. With the ice sheet, obviously you don't really have access to that. You don't really have access to a lot of the different sort of plants that you could really forage early on. So I'm assuming this is my first time I've ever really started on like an ice sheet. So I'm assuming early game will be mostly focused on harvesting animals and just hunting, things like that. So that sounds good to me. So I'm gonna click next. This is where we choose our colonists. I'm kind of tempted to just go with who I guess. Yeah, I'm not really going to focus on selecting anyone. I'm just gonna pick whoever the game gives me. So we don't really have we don't really have high shooting skills. We don't have high melee. We're good at construction, mining, plants, and medical, which is decent. Intellectual and cooking is kind of bad. Intellectual is kind of bad that we don't have. So we kind of want to have power kind of started ASAP. Having a low intellectual skill make that kind of difficult, but whatever. Let's just start. Okay. So I'm gonna click pause here. I'm gonna hold down shift and click on everything and allow it. Let's look at the map. We have some sand to the left. The temperature is -1. That's not as bad as I was expecting. So this looks like an ancient ruin, and that will typically have some pretty strong enemies inside of it. So what we want to do there is we want to zone that off completely. So let's go manage areas. Actually, let's just create a new area. So this will be area 2. Expand allowed area, area 2. Now for everyone will be assigned to area 2 and it will be inverted. So yeah, so and in the schedule areas we can assign work. So we'll just I don't really know like how to min-max this. I just assign it at random typically. Let's look at our colonists actually. Yep, so click this little eye and then go to bio. So let's go to Sparkles. It's an interesting name. Actually, I have to advance this a bit so okay, there we go. Let's allow. For some reason, like our starting supplies, they're not allowed to be used for whatever reason. Okay, let's click on Sparkles, click the eye. Just in case you were curious to know how much value a human life was worth. It's $1,400 for some reason. Okay. Yeah, so this person's good at construction, crafting, and good at artistic skills. The artistic skills are useful for improving the quality of a shelter. So if you can make like a good art piece in a room, it increases the beauty factor, and rooms with higher beauty factor will influence the colonists' mood because they're surrounded by things that they enjoy. Crafting is useful for like just making weapons and clothing and stuff like that. And construction is just good for making buildings. We have NB here. Okay. Yeah, too smart. She learns everyone much faster than anyone, but can be quite eccentric. Interesting. Okay. So she's a good doctor, crafting, animals, and construction. Because of this trait, too smart, she can actually be fairly adaptable in what we want her to do. Let's go Leo. Good construction, mining, super immune, pyromaniac is really bad. Actually, it may not be too bad here. As long as we make our buildings out of the stone, we should be fine. We also kind of want to figure out where this where we want our base to be. I'm thinking we make our base somewhere here. Either I kind of like having it here because we can just wall this off really easily. We also have some jade next to us, and we can mine into the mountain if you need to. Let's allow that. Yeah, so I'm gonna get to work. I'm going to create a stockpile zone, maybe right here. And this will be a general stockpile, so we'll just rename this. How do we do that? Yeah, rename right here. So general. And we can have a dumping stockpile. So this is where we store. So see these chunks here? This is where we can store the chunks at. So I'll just create another zone. Maybe right over here. And yeah, chunks. We don't want corpses. We'll just call this one chunks. And yeah, we'll mine away some of the wall. So someone will be assigned to that. And let's assign the priorities. Chambi, who's our doctor here, will be assigned number 1. Sure. Yep, so Sparkles is a good... Yep, we'll do that. I have to assign some of the plant cutting early on. Leo makes sense there. You're good at mining and plants. No one else is. Let's do art crafting. Everyone will be assigned to hauling for the beginning. And will be assigned to research. Yeah. So both Sparkles and NB would be good for doing that. But I'm thinking... Actually, it'd be better for NB because Sparkles is doing most of the labor anyways. I really hate this name, by the way. I really hate that name. Oh well. Yeah. So that should be good. Want some of that iron, and let's see what they do. Need warm clothes. I need beds. Yeah. So we will assign beds here, and we'll try to. I want to make the shelter here because I think having it closer to the sand will make it more warmer. Plus, you're going to be into the mountain anyways, which would be a warmer place to be. So I'm thinking we have some sort of campfire inside of the inside that structure. We need wood. Do we have any wood? Uh-oh. So we have no access to wood. So that's a good start. I think this is what the game gave us. So we're gonna have to be really careful then. Okay. I'm used to just being able to chop trees for wood, but I guess that isn't an option here. Deconstruct this. Yeah, everyone should be hauling. Hauling silver. You're deconstructing the ship parts. You're moving there for some reason. I thought. Don't know why you're moving there. There we go. You're doing something more useful now. So I'm gonna right click her and prioritize hauling. Because we need to get that stuff out of there. And you can haul the rest of this stuff. I'll be hauling the medicine. Yeah. Somebody's on that. You're doing that. I'll also get Leo to haul the wood as well. So we need to I want to get those supplies up here ASAP. Also mine this jade so that'd be useful for trading. I guess it's fine if I deconstruct that now. We'll just haul the rest of the stuff back. Good needs. It's a chilly environment. Not very surprising. Yeah, so definitely, let's look at the wildlife. We need to train up their shooting skills because if we get raided, that would be really bad for us because we have no way of defending ourselves. Okay, just wait for them to haul everything back, and as soon as they haul everything back, I will skip ahead. Okay, most everyone has these materials at the base now. Now, what I want to do is I want to start making a wall around this area. So I think the first thing, yeah, what I want to do here, uh, let's see. I do want a stonecutter's table, so we don't have to rely on wood. But we need 75 wood to make it, and wood is in really low supply. Let's see if there's any structures we can use. Because we should be able to scavenge. Like, see if there's any ruins around. This looks pretty handy. I'm gonna deconstruct this. And for the floor, I'm going to remove the floor. So that should be under floor. There we go. You're going for a walk. You're still hauling stuff back. And you're getting the wood. Okay. So... yeah, we need... yeah, we should have a roof over this. Just to slow down the deterioration, because these things that we're hauling back are deteriorating right now because they're unroofed and they're outdoors. So we'll just hurry up and do that. For some reason, building a roof takes up no resources, so that's always handy. So now they're only deteriorating because they're outdoors now, so that's useful. I want to look at your health. Everyone's healthy. Sometimes you get colonists who either have like asthma or something else to worry about. Okay, should be good there. Yeah. Looking some steel here. Yeah, these limestone blocks will be quite useful. Let's see if we can... probably not. It's getting too late in the day. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to set up places where they can sleep. So, I'll have 3 sleeping spots here. This really is not ideal, but it's all we have at the moment. There we go. I'm gonna clear prioritize work. So we got most of the supplies back to base. We're missing a few things, but that should be alright. We have a bit more steel. Okay. Yeah, we're in the recreation, so pretty soon they will go to sleep. Yeah. It's important to assign recreation because if you look at their needs, want to keep that as high as we possibly can to influence their mood. Alright, so Amby's gone to sleep. And Leo is digging at Jade for some reason. Just have her rest. And there we go. So that's the first day done, and I'll see you guys next time.